Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I'm gonna give you guys a recap review on the new episode. The new chapter of One Piece, which is 798. Only two chapters away from 800, so I gotta say this chapter right here was pretty cool. I think it's wrapping things up a bit, though the ending leaves on a certain cliffhanger, depending what the author Oda decides to take, And I hope it's either like this road or that road, which I'll get to when I'm done with recapping or talking about the chapter. So if anything else, let's go. Okay, at the beginning we have to it that I think Vice Admiral Basel whatsoever, the guy with those strange old holes in the mask that he has on. Apparently, he is trying to grab some reinforcements and tries to get things going, and trying to go after the pirates, especially Straw Hat Luffy and his crew along with Trafalgar Law. But there's one problem. Everything they have is starting to be messed up thanks to the dwarves. All of the dwarves are like trying to help out and trying to like buy enough time for Straw Hat Luffy along with the other pirates to escape, because right now things are looking ugly for the time being. Well, for the Marines, that is, they're pretty much screwed as hell thanks to the Tontada dwarves. Thank you very much. And because of Leo's power along with the other distractions here and there. Then we get to a scene where Law and Sengoku talk about Roshinante, Koro-san, and how he ends up betraying Sengoku and tries to save Law's life, which Law ends up talking about, and therefore explains why Law, how he has a heart and why he has a life because of Koro-san, and that's why he decides to continue his stead to like take down Doflamingo once and for all, and that explains why Law cares about Koro-san very much. But Sengoku also tells Law that guy was like a brother to me. Even though he betrayed me, he had a reason to. And Law ends up talking about the Will of D, which became very, very important if you guys remember the Will of D back then when Corazon explains it to Law. Even Law still does not understand a thing, and Sengoku's like, I don't know, man. It's like a couple things here and there just like has its complications. And Sengoku also told Trafalgar Law, like, let me tell you something. If I was still working as a soldier, guarantee you I would beat the living crap out of you and put you in prison and talk to you there. And Sengoku really means it. If you all kept up with One Piece and seen Sengoku, how he acts, how he does his job, we all know how serious the guy is. But now he's a retired Marine officer or a Marine inspector now, if we remember correctly. So other people could take a hit as the Marines in the next new generation of era pirates, if you remember as well. Eventually, Sengoku, on the other hand, decides to let Law go, and he says, whatever Roshinante did, he might have told you, don't forget about him and just live the life whatever you want to live. I'm pretty sure he would say the same thing to you. And therefore, Trafalgar Law ends up being surprised that a lot of debris or rubble is being lifted up in the sky. And this is Fujitori's power. Now, we all know Fujitori's power right now. Fujitora decides to summon his strength to maximize. Well, not maximize. I don't really know if he's actually using the full 100% strength, because he eventually lifts up all these debris and plans to use it against the pirates, which is not a good thing. As for Luffy, he managed to arrive on time, and Butterman was like, Luffy senpai, hurry up, let's get out of here. And Luffy ends up suing Fujitora and calls him the gambling man. And Luffy gets really ticked up and says, I'm going to sock you in the face right now. He goes into Gear 3 mode and freaking like giant hockey pistol him or something, Or, yeah, forgot the name when it comes to Gear 3 and a hockey combined, And Luffy says, I can't beat you because you're an admiral, but you know what? I've been running from you for too long, but I'm tired of running. If I had to beat the crack out of you along with the 4 emperors, which I don't care two less rats poop about, I'm still willing to step up and kick your butt right now, So Luffy's saying that he's willing to stand his ground right now, because if he cannot beat them, he can't be the Pirate King, because we all know Luffy's goal is. He wants to take down the 4 Yonko, all 4 Yonko emperors, or the 4 great emperors. And he says he needs to take down the admirals as well, otherwise he won't be the Pirate King. And therefore it ends off there with Luffy saying, as Fujitori's face is turned into a serious or solemn expression right now. So there's only there's two ways where this could go. One, Luffy gets ready to face Fujitora head-on one-on-one and see if Luffy has a chance. Or two, Luffy could escape while some pirates could actually like put a distraction to Fujitora and make its possibilities. Those are two ways I'm thinking. The third way, Luffy can lose and be turned in as a prisoner to the Impel Down. Apparently, that third way could be unlikely unless Fujitora goes like full-on strength, because we don't really know how strong he is when it comes to like 100% strength full. We know his power, like that involves gravity, that's for sure, because if you guys been keeping up with Dressrosa's arc, you know he could summon a freaking meteor down. So the question is, will Fujitora summon a meteor? But I'm pretty sure he may not be that crazy, because there's a lot of innocent people around. So it's either like he tries to limit his strength and power or find another way how to win. But eventually, you know, Luffy has its ways of like fighting, you know. He eventually gave a giant pistol with a hockey imbued in it to Fujitora's face and says like I'm gonna stand my ground if I have to kick your butt right now, because if I can't defeat you, I can't become the Pirate King. Which shows Luffy's determination that he will become the Pirate King, but he has to defeat many opponents first to prove that he is worthy. So I look forward to see what's going to happen in the next chapter, but that ending right there is pretty crazy. Overall, this chapter came out pretty cool, you know. I expected, like, I never expected for this to happen. I expected, like, they escape and get out of here route, but that ending right there shows that Luffy's ready to take on Fujitora himself. Like, even though he defeated Doflamingo, I'm pretty sure Luffy might have a chance against Fujitora, but we don't really know. If the author Oda decides to make it like Luffy versus Fujitora, I hope it becomes satisfying. But we don't really know if Luffy will actually stand a chance. Even though he has Haki, he may have like come up with these new techniques. Fujitora, we don't really know if Fujitora is actually using his full strength or 100% power. So the only question is, how strong is Fujitora if he were to go full-on gravity field, you know? That's my question. Don't know what's going to happen, but guarantee Luffy is in for another crazy battle. And he's still wounded. Even though he may be healed up, he may still have some fatigue that may hold him back from using his full power. So, yeah. This could go many ways, you know? Luffy could face Fujitora on and escape, or Luffy could just run off. But that ending shows that Luffy may not run at all. So that's another thing. So that's my like theories or hypothesis, whatever you want to call it. But we're gonna have to find out next chapter. So until then, I'll see you guys next time. I'm on for Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys later. Right? Peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.